Hey, everybody, 10:37 on the Santita Jackson Show. I promise you, next week we'll get to the obese child. But this is something we've got to talk about. We had the CEO of the Chicago Public Schools on at the top of the show. He's going to be on Cliff Kelly's show later on today, talking about how he's going to turn around these schools. And I was sharing with him that my concern is that we have such harsh social conditions in which he must operate today. Homelessness is a huge problem. According to 2-year-old data, more than 1 million Americans admit that they are homeless, and I have to put it that way. They say that, no, they admit it. No one wants to admit that they are sleeping in their office, that they are sleeping in their car, that this is happening all over the place. Or you have a friend who stays night after night after night on your sofa. They don't have a home. They don't have a place to go to. 10,000 Chicago public school students every single day, according to 2-year-old data, admitted that they are homeless. So what do we do? What do we do? Well, let's talk to the ladies of S.A.G.A. Empowerment about what we can do to home share. Hey, it makes a lot of sense to me, sharing your home when you've got a mortgage that you can't quite pay. That's a great thing. The ladies of S.A.G.A., I want you to introduce yourselves. Rhonda?
Hi, Rhonda Drew Israel.
Drew?
Yes.
That's what you know,
yes. I am, thank you.
My name is Dawn Haley.
And I'm Chanel McMillan.
Oh, that's called Chanel. So, I mean, tell me, because Rhonda, you founded this, right?
We all did.
Okay, you all did. You all came together.
Yes, we did.
And you came up with home sharing, which, I mean, you all are going way back to our traditions.
Yes.
Why? What is home sharing? I mean, and what are you trying to do here? What are you trying to put in my house?
What S.A.G.A. is trying to do is, as you said, Shantina, thank you for having us. Santita.
Don't worry about it.
No, thank you for having us. But what home sharing is all about, it is bringing people together in a collaborative environment where you have a home seeker, someone who is looking for housing, but for some reason they cannot afford the current market rate, and then you put them together in a home sharing environment with a home provider who is struggling for whatever the reason is that they're...
Well, perhaps because we're in a depression.
We're in a great recession. Okay. Okay. But bringing these two individuals together, we want them to utilize that sharing spirit, and we do vigorous screening, because a lot of times when people call us, they're concerned, well, you're just bringing somebody in my house. What do I know about them? So we do vigorous screening, background, references. A person would have to provide us with at least 4 references, because 2 people can probably tell a good story about you, but it's going to be hard to find 4 individuals that's going to be consistently telling a good story about you. And we do credit check for the basic reason of trying to make sure that whatever other issues that person might be having, we can connect them to resources, because it's just not about housing. We've got people who are trying to go back to school but can't, because once they pay their housing or the cost of goods,
they just don't have the money.
They don't have the money.
So do you all come up with a figure? You look at what they can contribute to a household budget, and that determines how much they pay the person who has the home.
Right. The home provider determines what their expectations are in terms of a rental amount.
And who determines what the renter's expectations are?
We do a budget.
Well, I mean, just in terms of, do you get a bed? Do you get a room? And how does this work?
They will be renting an entire bedroom.
Okay.
It's like a board. We were kind of looking at, because I have about 3 children that have attended college.
Mm-hmm.
And that concept kind of came from seeing them go into a shared environment. They had a goal, which is to help each other to finish college. And I was looking at how they work together in that.
And it's amazing how you just fall into it in school, right?
Right.
You cannot even, when you walk up in the dorm, you're like, yuck.
Yeah, that's right.
But my father said, trust me, in another month, this will be home. You will not be able to imagine being anyplace else with graffiti on the walls. Yes, there was a dorm at Howard that was like that.
Wow.
But that having been said, you all, Drew, Chanel, you all are going into, you're going into a zone that we haven't been in a long time.
Right. And I'm sorry.
No, please. So,
and that's why, because we understand that we are going into an area that hasn't been visited a long time ago, and people are kind of stuck on their me, myself, and I mindset. So we know that it's going to be important for us to have a building that we can bring people into to make sure that they're a good fit for home sharing, because a lot of people when they've been hit with so many life's experiences, they'll say, oh yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that for the sake of getting into somebody's home.
Yeah, exactly.
And in our experience and dealing with me even personally, the home share, they don't keep their end of the bargain.
Okay, so
which brings issues.
So who, if there are issues,
we come in and we assess the situation to make sure, find out what's going on, what's the problems that you all are having within the household, and then we're neutral. We come in and we just try to see how we can bring them back together, get back on the road that they were on before in the beginning, where everyone was happy. Everyone, follow the boundaries that you have. You have to set expectations for one another. If you don't do that, then it's not going to be a successful home sharing experience. So you have to be able to be committed to the agreement that was you signed in the beginning of what you want.
So there's a contract.
There's a contract. Yes, it is. It's a contract that you have to sign, and make sure that you're following the agreement that you in the beginning that you said that you were going to do.
Right. Okay. Right. Well, okay. So help me out,
So
Drew.
with that in mind, there's a monitoring process of 30 to 60.
No, you got to get in the mic.
Girl,
I'm sorry. Radio, it's all good.
There is a monitoring process that we have every 30, 60, and 90 days. So we go into the house. If there's any issues before then, some type of conflict of interest, then we go into the home. As Chanel said, we're partial, and we sit parties down and we discuss the issues at hand. We try to rectify them. If it does not work, then we try to remove the person that isn't at home and place them elsewhere.
Well, and I wanted to add too.
Okay.
I wanted to add that a part of our application process is one, you fill out a 20 questionnaire.
Oh yeah.
And once
20 pages or 20
I'm sorry, 200 questionnaire. I'm sorry. 200. I forgot that. I forgot. Right. It is a very rigorous, extensive, and
where is this questionnaire? I want to see it.
We'll give you a copy of it. But the one thing that is important too is once you pass that threshold of our application process, you've got to attend a mandatory training class, and you
what
cannot.
What do you learn in the training class?
That discusses the relationship, what makes the relationship successful, communication, what role we play in this process, and because although it's a home provider and a home seeker relationship, you're still in a landlord-tenant relationship, and you need to know what governs those or that relationship.
Well, so let me ask you this. Okay, I have a home.
Okay.
And, oh my goodness, my mortgage, true, it's driving me crazy. True.
Okay. Like many of us.
Right. Most Americans, I'm underwater. That having been said, what happens, okay, I contact you, and I say, I'm looking for someone who will rent a room from me, a bedroom from me. And do I fill out some paperwork as well?
And we help you
there. Do you see if I'm fit?
Right. To see if you fit.
Right. To see if I am fit.
Because I'm going to give you some examples of some of the callers I get for home provider. It's like, well, this is the way I want it to go. This is the way
some people want you to be a housekeeper when they come in. I mean, when you get someone who.
Some people.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have a house and you're renting a room here.
But you know what? That's why we have that
there's nothing wrong with being a housekeeper. I'm just saying,
Well, you never know. We may have someone that's in our database that doesn't mind doing that type of work, so therefore they would be a good fit. However, still, we have to check out both parties, the background.
What about if we have someone who's an elder, who might need some...
Getting ready to go.
Okay, talk. Go right
I was
there.
getting ready to go to that because we have been embraced out in Rich Township. Al Riley, the state representative, and Tim Bradford, and they're actually facilitating our program and it kind of started with the seniors. Because unfortunately, even today in the Tribune, it was talking about seniors in the middle class are falling through the cracks because they can't afford to be housed in a facility, and they don't have the health benefits to continue receiving it. I'm sorry. And so our program would be a good fit for them because they could look for someone for an exchange of service, but we have to make sure that other person, that home seeker, fits what is necessary to do the exchange of services. So,
it's not always a financial
exchange.
Exchange. It can be just doing household chores.
So it's just, it depends.
It depends on the situation of the individual.
Exactly. Well, you know what? I want you to stay. I know I'm about to drive my producer crazy. We're about to go to this break, but when we come on the other side, and Ramon Ramey, who is a brilliant filmmaker, he's going to be calling us before the show is over.
Okay.
Because he's Chicago-based, but Robert Townsend and Angela Bassett star in an HBO movie that's going to be on this weekend, and he's going to be on before the show, before the show ends today, to tell us about it. But I want to get some more information from you about the SAGA Empowerment Program, so we can know whom we should call, how we can begin this process, because I have a feeling this might be able to save some people from foreclosure.
Oh, absolutely.
I have a background I'm also a real estate broker. How could I tell?
I don't know.
No, I didn't intuit a thing, everybody. We got the women of SAGA Empowerment. This might be a way for us to save homes and really give some of our elders, some people who might be infirmed. Some people just might be lonesome.
Yes. You pretty much calculated our mission.
Well, I mean, that's it. Because, to be disconnected, I cannot imagine not having a place to go for Thanksgiving or Christmas. And a lot of people at this time of year, this is when you feel the holes in your life, when you have no place to go, you think. But you never know. Like when you watch Wife Swap, there's somebody who's just like you or who's time enough for you. And this is an idea whose time has come, home sharing with SAGA. And so stay right there. What's the number really quickly?
708-832-1070. 708-832-1070.
I want to get some final details from you when we get back on the other side on the Santita Jackson Show. It's 10:50. 10:50 Real, the Santita Jackson Show. That's right, Drew. This girl's hair is fabulous. I love it. I love big hair.
Thank you.
Look at my old photos. Loved it. Oh, my gosh, I miss it. Look at what I'm doing now. Love it. And the shrinking violet of the group.
Huh?
No, not you.
Not really, I'm not.
Oh, I know this. Walking in here looking like this, Chanel. But I'm so excited about the work that you are doing. I'm very, very excited about the work that you're doing.
Too.
And, I want us to hold it. I want Pamon to hold on. We got to have him call back because I want these ladies to close out this segment and let us know how we can get in touch with SAGA. Because so many of us, we can save our homes. We can not be lonesome. We're seeing it at this time, all the stuff that we have what we want, but we have so little of what we need.
Yes.
Right.
And so just to find out that there is a program where, a homeowner can actually save their house.
Right.
And someone who's trying to go to school, people are saying, I would love to go back to school. I'd love to finish school, but now I've got these bills. I got a house. I can't. So how can we get in touch with you?
Okay. Well, again, our office number is 708-832-1070. So that's 832-1070. Our website, because we've got a fabulous website that has a lot of information about our program. It's www.SAGA, that's SAGAesc.org. But before, if it's okay, I just wanted to kind of add, we've got a really fantastic fundraiser coming up. We've got some young people who have in the last 3 years have really taken on this social concern of home sharing. We've got it's coming up December 18th. We're doing a hip hop for housing. It's clean lyrics. It's uplifting. They're talking about, uplifting our women and really looking at homelessness as it is. And they're coming together. That's December 18th at the Day Ray Lodge, and the address is
Ray Day Lodge.
Help me out, ladies.
The Ray Day Lodge, and the address is 145th in Kedzie.
In Midlothian.
In Kedzie, in Midlothian. Okay. And also, I want to add on, we have a 24-hour informational workshop presentation, and that number is 661-673-8609.
Repeat it again.
It's 661-673-8609. And you can access that 24 hours a day, and it will give you a little bit more information about what SAGA and the home sharing program is about.
And I'm going to end this real quick.
One moment. I want to continue, because we have to continue to push the number and the website, SAGAesc.com, right?
Org.
I was about to say, wait a minute, SAGAesc.org. Egg, Santita, cat.
Yes.
SAGAesc.org. If you want to share a home, if you need to share a home, if you need to save your home, and hey, everybody, I can't say how pleased I am. I am so honored that you all would be on the show today.
Oh, well, we thank you for having us.
We do.
Please, WVON is your station.
And I just have one last thing to say. Thank you so much. But because we are helping anyone who is in need of home sharing, we don't fit like a mold that you're just helping a social class and economic status. So we need help.
You need some money.
We need some money.
Yeah.
We need some money. And we need
a building.
We don't need that. So if once you go to our website and you find a benefit with us, please.
You need buildings donated? What do you mean by that?
Buildings, I would say we need a building.
A building.
Right,
Okay.
a building.
For operational purposes for SAGA.
Right.
To conduct our workshops, but also to house those who need immediate housing.
Emergency housing.
So then we can get them on the right track to the home sharing.
Just very quickly, are you working with not just a church, but maybe a conglomeration of churches? Because I would think that somebody would help you.
That's why we're here today.
Exactly.
So,
all right.
I hope the right person is listening.
We'll talk right after, because I know a lot of ministers who want to do a lot of great work. And, maybe you can go from various, because you go to push too, and go from place to place to place and tell our story.
And push it.
And 10:58. That's true. Hey everybody, it's 11:07. The ladies of SAGA are just leaving. We've had a wonderful time. What's that number again? 708-832-1070. Okay. Oh, they do wonderful work, and we're going to have them back during the Christmas season to talk about home sharing.